Hi friends, Namaste. I am Ananta Sharma. Now, I propose to go one step forward to study another event, important event in the life of the native Srimati Indira Gandhi. That is the Allahabad High Court decision on her election in 1971 from Raebareli constituency. So, the election of Mrs. Gandhi to Lok Sabha from Raebareli constituency in the year 1970. So in the year 1975, the election of, I repeat, election of Mrs. Gandhi to the Lok Sabha from Raebareli constitution was struck down by the Allahabad High Court in 1975. It was during the Antardasha of Mithuna in Simha Mahadasha, that is the 19th November 1974 to 19th November 1975. That was the Antardasha of Mithuna. That is for 1 year. Before we analyze the Dasha Antardasha, before we analyze the Dasha Antardasha period to show the debacle in the High Court verdict, we must remember that Mrs. Gandhi went to appeal in the Supreme Court over the verdict of Allahabad High Court, and the Supreme Court reversed the judgment given by Allahabad High Court and after the election. Sirs, here I want to combine two events. One is a failure and the other is a success. That is, some of our friends appear for the examinations. The first attempt, they may not get good rank, and the next attempt, they may improve upon it. So something like that. So two events are coupled together. Before then, so we have to see two events. One, the adverse judgment by the Allahabad High Court, and the second, the judgment in her favor in the Supreme Court during the same Antardasha. Two events took place in the same Antardasha. So the principle we must understand is, for example, a student appears for the civil examination. So this is about education and examination. So the Antardasha side and the fifth from Antardasha side, their laws must be consulted for this. And the Antardasha side, their laws are Putrapada, A5, or its lord reflected by a malefic planet. The result is the student failing in the examination in the first attempt. But if that afflicted tada or house or planet has a benefic aspect also, there must be two aspects simultaneously. One malefic aspect and the other benefic aspect. Generally, if because of the result of the malefic aspect, the student may not get good rank. In the second attempt, he will succeed. This is the principle behind it. And we come across this type of sequence in many of our daily routine experiences. For example, a married lady, after 2 years or 3 years of family life, she conceives. So everybody is happy. She is expected to deliver child after say 6 months or 7 months. But if there is a malefic aspect on the A5 or fifth from A5 or their lords, she may have abortion. So there is a failure. Immediately after 3 or 4 months, she may conceive again. And this time, she will successfully give birth to the child. This is generally we come across these examples frequently. So now let us study the Mahadasha, Antardasha signs and the relevant karakas. The present problem is about the legal battle. So we must the battle, that is a court judgment. We know the sixth house signifies legal issues, and the eighth house signifies defeat and disgrace. Now the Antardasha sign and the fifth from Antardasha sign and the the Antardasha sign and the sixth from Antardasha sign, because sixth house signifies court decisions, legal issues. The sixth from Antardasha sign, their laws must be taken in one group, say group A, Antardasha sign, and the sixth from the Antardasha sign, their laws, they are in one group. The next, the sixth pada A6, lord of A6, and the sixth Dashakaraka, and the A8 Astama Pada, lord of A8 and Astama Dashakaraka. They are in the second group. The sixth house of legal battle, eighth house of defeat. If these two combine, naturally the result is advantage. If there is a benefic aspect, the result will be, final result will be in her favor after the first disappointing verdict. They are considered in group B. We have to see if the padas and karakas in group A are connected to those in group B. See the pattern, the arrangement of the padas. We must study the pattern in the arrangement of the padas before we study any particular dasha. See here, A10 and A8 are together. A8 and A10. A8 for defeat, A10 for position, power, career, etc. If these two combine, we can come to an understanding. Of course, subject to the conditions of the laws and karakas. This shows that the native may not be successful in his career. At least he may have faced some difficulties in his career. So the A10 and A8 are together in Dhanus. A6, A5 is in Vrishapha. A9 is in Karkataka. A6 is in Tula. See this. A8 is in Dhanus. 8th from A8, that is 8th from Dhanus, is Karkataka. A5 is Vrishapha. A5 and A5 and 8th from A8 are aspect each other. That is Vrishapha and Karkataka aspect each other. Then again, the A8 is in Dhanus. A6 is in Tula. 6th from A6 is Mena. 6th from A6 Mena and A8, they aspect each other. So we can understand that there is some connecting between 8th house is for failures, A10 for career, A6 for court judgments, and then there is 5th from A5. A5 is Vrishapha. 5th from A5 is Kanya. Again, 5th from A5 combines with 5th from A5 combines with aspects A10 in Dhanus and A8 in Dhanus. These are the things we must understand before analyzing the chart. So the 6th from A6 is Meena. The 10th from A10 is 5th from A5 is the 10th from A10 is Kanya. So Kanya, Dhanus, Meena, they are in aspect. So you can see A5, A6, A5, A9, A10 are all connected to one another. Hence, the significations of these padas must have connections. So, during the appropriate dasyas and antardasyas. Of course, this is subject to correction from the position of the lords and the karakas. In the if the lords and their karakas are also connected, the result may be expected. Let's now get back to the study of the Antardasha, the sixth from Antardasha, their lords for court judgment. The Antardasha sign is Mithuna. The sixth from Antardasha sign is the Antardasha sign is Mithuna. The sixth from Antardasha sign is Vrishchika. Antardasha sign Mithuna. Wait. Antardasha sign Mithuna is the 11th from Mahadasha sign Simha. Simha is the Mahadasha sign. Mithuna is the Antardasha sign. That is a good position. They may indicate some success. It's only indication. The Lord of the Mahadasha sign in Simha and the Lord of the Antardasha sign Mercury is in Tula. These two are aspecting each other. Lord of the Mahadasha sign, Lord of the Antardasha sign. If they are connected to each other, that is a strength to the event. Similarly, suppose Mithuna and Vrishchika. Sixth house from Mithuna is Vrishchika. If Lord of the Antardasha sign, that is Mithuna, and the Lord of the sixth from Antardasha sign, that is Mars, if they aspect each other, again, there is a strength to the event. Otherwise, these events just they go on, they are like mirages. They appear to be well within reach, but they simply disappear if these are not connected. So is Sun is K1 and K10, a very strong Karaka, the strongest Karaka, and he is the Lord of the Mahadasha and Simha, the most benefic house. So by lordship and by Karakatva, Sun is a very strong planet. And the sixth from Antardasha sign is Mithuna. Is the sixth from Antardasha sign is the sixth from Antardasha sign Mithuna. Yes, Antardasha sign is Mithuna. The sixth from Antardasha sign Mithuna is Vrishchika. So Vrishchika is aspected by Rahu from Karkataka. Karkataka is any good, but Karkataka has the two deficiencies. That is, Karkataka is the 12th house from the Mahadasha and Simha. That is one minus point. Then Karkataka is the 8th house from A8. 8th house from A8. And it is aspected by Lord of Karkataka, that is Moon. So, any planet who is in the 8th house from any pada or lagna or this A10 or 8th pada is situated in the 8th house from that pada, simultaneously aspecting the 12th house. Here, Dhanush is A8 or A10. 8th from Dhanush is Karkataka. That is Rahu in Karkataka. Rahu aspects Vrishchika. Vrishchika is the 12th house from Dhanush. This is a very bad combination and it shows a great avayoga. So, the Vrishchika is aspected by Rahu from Karkataka. Rahu is K9 and Karkataka is 8th from A8. Karkataka is A9 also is in Karkataka. That is good. But Karkataka is also the 8th from A8. A very benefic pada is connected to some malefic pada. That is the problem of Simha Mahadasha. I already discussed it earlier. So, but the Karkataka is also the 8th from A8 and also the 12th from the Mahadasha sign Simha. 12th from the Mahadasha sign Simha. So, Prasabha is aspected by Vrishchika. Vrishchika is aspected by K5, K2. K5 is a Karaka of the fifth house. That is good. But that is from Makara. That is good. Vrishchika is also aspected by Saturn, the sixth Dasha Karaka. Again, that is bad. Affliction. The Lord of the sixth from Antardasha sign, that is, the Lord of the sixth from Antardasha sign. The sixth from Antardasha sign is Vrishchika. Its Lord is Mars. Mars combines with the Sun and K1 and K10 in Simha. So, which is the Mahadasha sign. This is a very great strength to the Lord of the Antardasha sign. So Mars is aspected by, now comes to the afflictions. Mars is aspected by K5, K2 and K6 Saturn. Also by Mercury and Venus. Who is Mercury? Mercury is K3 and K12. Dashakarka, third Dashakarka, fourth Dashakarka, malefic. And Venus, the lord of A5, Vrishaba, and also the lord of A6, Tola, and the fourth Dashakarka. About fourth Dashakarka, I want to just elaborate. We know 1, 4, 7, 10. They are Kandras. 10th Kandra, the strongest. 7th, stronger. But first and fourth, weak. Lagna is the weakest Kandra. And a little stronger is fourth. But good Kandras are 7th and 10th. So K4 is not very strong. It is a Kandra. It is good, but he is not very strong so as to contain any malefic influences. So this means the Lord of Antardasha sign, Mercury, and the sixth from Antardasha sign, Vrishchika, its Lord are connected to, see the connections now. A5 Tola, A6 Tola, Lord of A6 Venus, Lord of sixth from A6, that is sixth from A6 is Venus. Lord of sixth from A6 is Jupiter, he is K8, and the sixth Dashakaraka Saturn. So Pada, Lord of the Pada, and Karaka. All the sixth connected to sixth bhava are connected. And this shows the legal aspect. Then defeat. The Lord of Antardasha sign, and that is Lord of the Antardasha sign is Midhuna. Lord of Antardasha sign, that is Mercury. The sixth from Antardasha sign, Vrishchika, that is Mars, are connected. They aspect each other. Mars is in Simha and Mercury is in Tola. They aspect each other. Now come to A8, affliction. A8 is for defeat. A8 Dhanush, Lord of A8 Jupiter, and the Lord of 8 from A8 Moon, 8th Dashakaraka Jupiter. So how these are connected to Midhuna, the A6 and Lord of A6, Lord of A6 and Karaka. Hence, it is clear that the Antardasha sign, Midhuna, the sixth from Antardasha sign, that is Vrishchika, the lords Mercury and Mars are connected to A6, sixth from A6, their lords Venus, Jupiter, sixth Dashakaraka, that is Saturn, then, and also A6, Lord of A6, and the sixth Dashakaraka, they signify legal aspect. Now defeat 8, and also A8 Dhanush, the 8th from A8 Karkataka, then they lost Jupiter and Moon, and to the 8th Dashakaraka Jupiter. So it is also explained that all the above afflicted planets and the afflicted padas and their lords and their and Dashakarakas are also subjected to the benefic aspects, the connections of benefic padas and their lords. Benefic padas and their lords, for example, K6, Saturn combines with K5. Similarly, Mercury, K3 and K12, he combines with lot of K4 and K4 Venus, like this. Any planet has one malefic lordship and benefic karaka, or benefic lordship and malefic karaka. So then justifying the natives' adverse co-position and also the redressal in the apex court in the same Antardasha. Thank you. So, dear friends, another important defeat of Mrs. Gandhi is the election defeat in 1977. That shook the entire country. So, defeat in 1977 elections. Mrs. Indira Gandhi was defeated in the general elections to the Lok Sabha in March 1977. So, it was during the Simha Mahadasha and Simha Mahadasha and Mesha Antardasha, Simha Mesha period. That is from 19th November 76 to 19th November 77, 1 year Antardasha period. Elections are also signified by the 10th house. After all, elections are the competitions to achieve a position. So elections are competitions for the power. Defeat is signified by 8th house. Defeat, disgrace, humiliation, punishment from the government are all signified by 8th house. 8th house is very important because here it is said all negative qualities, defeat, then humiliation, disgrace, etc. The same 8th house signifies Gaurava, that is Pratishtha, name and fame, because in any horoscope, this is the problem. We study, for example, for Parashari principles, we say 8th house is a bad house. No planet should be there in the 8th house. 8th house is a malefic. We learn all these things, but no house is entirely bad. Simha's 8th house signifies very nice qualities. That is a great respect for any man in the assembly. Sabha Maryada, Sabha Gaurava is given by 8th house. If there is a benefic planet in the 8th house, certainly that man is held in high esteem by others. So, of course, it has some negative points also, but no house should be taken as completely malefic or completely benefic. So, elections are signified by 10th house. Elections are competition for power. Defeat is and disgrace are signified by 8th house. In the Antardasha Mesha, Antardasha sign Mesha, the 10th from Antardasha sign is Makara. So their laws are Mars and Saturn and are considered in one group, say group A. Then power and position. Elections, success in elections are signified by the combination of 5th and 10th houses. Combination of 5th and 10th houses. Again, I will just add 1 or 2 points. 10th house signifies career. 5th house signifies power. So in Parashara school, we often hear combination of 9th Lord and 10th Lord, very Dharma Karma Ripa Yoga, greatest of all Raj Yogas. It is said, no doubt, it is the greatest of all Raj Yogas. But 5th house also should not be ignored. Lagnadhipati, Panchamadhipati, that is lords of 1st and 5th houses, lord of Atmakaraka and Putrakaraka. So 5th house, without 5th house, there is no Raj Yoga worth mentioning. So 5th house is very important. So the 5th house and 10th house. 10th house is for career. 5th house is added, that gives power. You know, power is After all, what is power? If there is an officer in the in a government office, some officers have the power to appoint people and to dismiss people. So that is the real power. So the fifth and tenth houses combination and for power. Then eighth bhava signifies defeat. So in Putrapada, A5, the Lord of A5 and fifth Dasha Karaka K5. Then Rajapada A10, Lord of A10 and the 10th Dasha Karaka K10. These two, A5, etc., A10, etc. Now, the Ashtamapada, 8th Pada, signifies defeat. 8th Pada, Lord of A8 and the 8th Dashakaraka K9, A8, they signify defeat. Hence, A5, Lord of A5, K5, A10, Lord of A10, and K10. Or, and also A8, Lord of A8, and 8th Dashakaraka may be considered in one group, say group B. So I advise the viewers to have some patience because for the last 2 or 3 videos, I have been telling the same, all these planets, Saturn K6, like this, Vrishabha A5, but this Dasha is like that Simha Dasa. All adverse events took place during this Dasha. So let us see how padas, laws, and karakas in group A are connected to those in group B, the first Antardasha sign. This is an order Antardasha sign, Lord of Antardasha sign. Then the 10th from Antardasha sign, its Lord. So let us go by order. The Antardasha sign, that is Nasha, is in the 9th from Mahadasha sign, that is Simha. That is a good session. Mesha, 9th from Mesha. This is good. The mutual Kwana position of any two padas or any two laws is of a very utmost importance, and they are expected to give very good results. So then equally important is here Simha Mesha. Mahadasha sign Simha, Antardasha sign Mesha. 1-9 position. That is it. And Lord of Mesha and Lord of Simha. That is the Lords of the Mahadasha sign and Antardasha sign. They are together in Simha. Again, they are aspecting Mesha. So this is a very, very strong position. So equally significant point is the Lord of Mahadasha sign Sun and the Lord of Antardasha sign Mars are together. And Simha, that is the Mahadasha sign. And they aspect Mesha. And they are also aspecting not only Mesha, the 10th from Mesha, that is Makara also. So it's a very strong combination. Here, hence, the Sun and Mars are in Simha, the Mahadasha sign, and are in the Mahadasha sign, and they are aspecting Antardasha sign Mesha, and also the 10th from Antardasha sign Makara, and its lord Saturn K6 and K2 in Makara. K2 is K5. So Saturn is a natural malefic and also a malefic Dashakaraka. But the combination with Ketu, that is K5, is aspected by Sun. Is a very first and 10th Karaka, the strongest Karaka, the best Lord, the best Dasha Karaka, and the K10 and K1, and also by Mars K2 and K11 is also a benefit Dasha Karaka. The Antardasha sign and the Antardasha sign, Mars is the Lord of Antardasha sign, is K2 and K11, again a benefit Karaka. So far, the malefic nature of Saturn is well balanced. Because Saturn is a malefic, no doubt, but he combines with Ketu one benefit, Sun another benefic lord, Mars another benefic lord. So one malefic Karakatva and 3 benefic Karakatwas means the benefic influence outweighs the malefic influence. So far, but now Jupiter, what are the malefic influences? Jupiter is the K8, is a malefic Taraka. That he is in A5. That is, he spoils A5 Vrashava. He aspects Makara. And the Lord of Makara, that is Saturn, and Ketu in it. So this one, so Vrashava is afflicted because Vrashava has A5, but it is occupied by K8 Jupiter, Lord of A8, so afflicted. Again, it is aspected by Saturn, K6, it is further afflicted. So Jupiter, the uh, Lord of Dhanus, is A10 and A8. We can see Dhanus is the A10 and also A8, and the Dhanus is, please listen to me. Dhanus is the 12th house from Makara. Makara is the 10th from Antardasha side, a reference point. From that reference point, Dhanus is in the 12th house. That is one more effective point. So Dhanus is the 12th house from Makara, which is the 10th from Antardasha side. So A10, the pada of the 10th house is in the 12th home from Makara, that is the Antardasha, 10th from Antardasha sign. So that is a minus point. Lord of the 11th house from Makara, the Lord of the 12th house, the Lord of the 12th house from Makara, that is Jupiter. He is in Vrishaba, he is aspecting Makara. The Lord of the 12th house from Makara is aspecting Makara. Also, Makara of the 8th Bhava and Lord of Aten is aspecting Makara. So, Saturn is a K6. He combines with K5 Ketu. He aspects A5 Vrishaba and is aspected by Jupiter K8 posited in A5. So, A5, K5 Ketu and A5 Vrishaba are also afflicted. So A5 and K5 are severely afflicted. K5 by Saturn and Jupiter, A5 again by Jupiter and Mercury, K3 and K12. See the Lord of the Antardasha sign, Antardasha sign is Mesha, the Lord is Mars. So that is, Mars is a Yoga Karaka planet and a Yoga Karaka Dasha Karaka. Then K2 and K11. He combines with the Sun, K1 and K10, and Lord of Mahadasha sign, Simha. So, in Dasha, Antardasha analysis, Mahadasha means he is a Lagna, he is Arudha Lagna, it is Karakams Lagna, it is everything all in one. That is the Mahadasha sign. So, the Lord of the Mahadasha sign is Lagnadipati, Atmakaraka, Lord of Arudha Labha, all these things in one. So far, very good. But Mars is afflicted by Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. Mercury is K3, K12, Venus is K6 in A6, Thola is A6, and Saturn is K6. So Mercury is the Lord of Kanya, which is the fifth from A5, but Mercury is K3 and K12. He is in Thola A6 and he is afflicted is afflicting Sun and Mars. Hence, the Lord of A8 and also the Lord of A5 and Lord of A6. A5 is in Vrishabha, A6 is in Tola. Lord of Vrishabha and Tola, Venus. Venus is also afflicted by Mars, that is K3 and K12. The Moon the Lord of Karkataka, which is the 8th from A8 Dhanus. He is in Kumbha. So Moon is also the Lord of A9. He is the Lord of 8 from A8. So it is very difficult to say whether one planet is a complete benefic or complete malefic planet is not there in this entire Dasha Antardasha analysis. Moon aspects the Antardasha sign Mesha. Moon also aspects Venus, the lord of A5, and Mercury, the lord of fifth from A5, is in Tola. So Tola is A6. So to sum up, K5, K3, and K12, Mercury, lord of A6, Venus, K6, Saturn. So K3, K12, A6, and K8 Jupiter, K6 Saturn, and the Lord of A10 and A8 Dhanus, which is the 12th house from Makara. So here Lord is Jupiter K8. These are all afflicting A5, Lord of A5 Vrishaba, Lord of A5 Uttala, Karaka A5 Mercury, Karaka of Karaka of fifth bhava, that is Ketu, K5, Ketu, Lord of A10, Lord of A10 and A8, Lord of A10, Lord of 10th from A10, Lord of A10 is Jupiter, 10th from A10 is Mercury, Antardasha sign Mesha, its Lord Mars, the 10th from Mahadasha signs Makara, its Lord Saturn, they are all afflicted. So here the another noteworthy point is affliction is for padas. So let us learn or practice by seeing the chart and the padas without taking note of the loss. See only padas. See their mutual connection. See the pattern in the connection. A10 combines with A8. Already explained. A10 combines with A8 in Dhanus. They aspect fifth from A5, that is Kanya. A5 is Vrishaba, fifth from A5 is Kanya. So A5 in Kanya, A8 in Dhanus, A10 in Dhanus. They aspect each other. Again, A6 is Tola, sixth from A6 is Mena. So A10 is complete, A10 and A5. They are afflicted by A8 and A6. So the fifth from A5 is Karkataka and is a mutual aspect with A5 Vrishaba. This A5 is in aspect with A6 Uttala and Mercury K3 and K12. So the fifth from the eighth from A10 Dhanus, the eighth from A10. A10 and A8 are together. Eighth from A8 or eighth from A10, both are the same. But here I am considering A10. So the eighth house from the 10th pada. Eighth house from 10th pada is Dhanus. Eighth house is Karkataka. So the eighth house from any pada, Arudha Lagna or any pada is occupied by malefic planet, especially Rahu. And simultaneously aspecting the 12th house from that pada. Here in this case, 10th pada. Ushchika is aspected by Rahu. There is a great avayoga. And this principle may be applied to the Mahadasha sign also. So we know if there is any planet which occupies the eighth house from the Antardasha sign and simultaneously aspects the 12th sign from that pada, from Arudha Lagna, it is a great avayoga. We apply this principle to the Mahadasha signs also. Rahu causes yoga bhanga in for the 10th house. That is for power. So he is the power and position. This is how we can understand the afflictions to A5 and A10. So that causes the defeat of the native Srimati Indira Gandhi. Thank you.